Watson and Oak coming to you live from the Tempe Improv with the very famous J. Scott Homan. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Excellent. You're gonna be here all weekend?
I will be here all weekend unless I get fired.
Unless you get booted right away.
All right.
Just boot off the stage. No?
You come up next. Certainly invite you to leave.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be great.
Is this your first stint at the Tempe Improv?
No, I've been here probably 3 years ago. I was here.
Yeah? You had a whole weekend stint as well, or?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I lasted the whole weekend that time.
Nice.
So you got 2 shows tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then you have a Sunday show?
One Sunday.
The matinee.
The matinee.
Yeah, the matinee.
Matinee's always nice.
Kids. Do one for the kids.
Yeah, there you go. Tell us a little bit about your comedy and your background and everything.
Well, I guess I started in Memphis, Tennessee, a place called Sir Laughs a Lot. I started as a bartender, you know, and just started going up on open mics. I never really thought it would turn into anything.
So no really like later, comedy, like formal training or anything? You just
No, not really. Just learn by doing it, I guess.
Yeah. They have comedy classes you can have here, but you kind of think you're either funny or you're not, right? On some level.
Yeah, I guess
I've always kind of thought that myself. You know? It's hard to, you know. I guess you can learn parts of it, but I mean, it's just kind of a sense I think that you either have or you don't. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you been doing comedy?
Since '88.
88. Nice.
Yeah, so it's was it a quarter of a century almost.
Yeah. 24, almost 24 years.
That's why I didn't become a mathematician.
Yeah.
It's been many years.
It's been many years. Let's just say many years.
Many moon has passed.
So I've heard your show described as a redneck comedy show. Would you say it's an accurate depiction?
You know, I don't like to, you know, actually, I've always kind of tried to bring myself above the fray when it comes to, you know, I'm Southern, and I apparently have a Southern dialect.
No.
I've been told. But no, I wouldn't really, you know, I don't really talk about fishing and hunting and, you know, typical redneck, you know, the dog on the porch.
Right.
Stuff, you know.
The hound dog.
Yeah.
Sitting out by the bayou.
Yeah. But, you know, I am Southern, but I wouldn't say that I got a Southern accent.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Nice.
I didn't even know that was a real place.
Yeah.
I just thought,
Is it
like,
the studio?
listening to Sweet Home Alabama. And
Well, there was a famous studio there too. That's where all those guys recorded.
Yeah.
Muscle Shoals.
When I was a kid, I used to go diving in the dumpster behind the studio there.
Oh, yeah?
And I wish that my mother threw them all out, but I had quite a collection of old rejects.
Yeah.
You know, but,
And those things are actually worth good money.
fortune.
Yeah, because they are the rejects.
Yeah. I had Homan Brothers and the Stones and
They did, I think, Exile on Main Street there.
yeah, correct. Cher.
Cher? Hey! You know, she was great back then.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
Hate to break it. Oh, damn it, Mom.
Yeah, she threw out my comic books too. I could be sitting on a hill somewhere in a mansion.
You know, luckily that's the only thing that my dad did not throw out was my comic book collection.
Really?
All my Star Wars, all my Transformers, everything gone.
Nice.
It's like, thanks, Pop.
Yeah. My sister was nice enough to hold on to my entire Star Wars collection.
Oh.
And
Jerry sell it.
no, her attic on fire and all burned.
So it was lost.
Yeah, we've all lost out on the fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all should be sitting on top
That's
of a
right.
you know, mountain with a mansion somewhere.
Had we known, we'd have made our fortunes while we were children.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not an improv interview. This is a tale of 3 men.
Yeah,
in a very different lives.
Sadness. Desperation.
Yeah. Oh man! So you did on CMT. What was it? 20 greatest redneck moments.
20 greatest redneck moments, but you know, if you blinked, you didn't see me. Unfortunately, on television, I look worse than Richard Nixon did in the 1960 debate.
Oh, yeah. 5 o'clock shadow going.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock shadow is sweaty, and somebody you just really don't want to, you know, be around it. I don't have that star quality when the camera's turned. It's the light, which, you know, from
What's
here,
a
from
weird
here,
shadow on you or something?
it's just hot, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
It is hot up here.
in television, though, especially because the lights are really closer to you, and usually there's no fan because it messes with the sound guy, you know.
Right.
So it's stifling hot most of the time. I don't know how movie stars do it. They just don't. To be a movie star, you got to have pretty eyes and you got to have no sweat glands. It's part of it.
Maybe they have like a little like tank they have off to the other side where they let it all out at the end of the day. Yeah, it's sweat catheter. This is the release of that sweat catheter.
So what else you got in the works for 2011? Any big plans?
Yeah, no, well, no, this is probably it. I'm working in prison next, yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm working with Randy the Redneck,
Oh, wow.
who is a puppet. And I forget the owner of the puppet, but all I can remember
That
is
poor
the
bastard. The
puppet's
puppet's
name.
more famous than
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember the Randy the Redneck, but I can't remember the guy's
Can't remember the
name.
other bastard.
So me and a puppet are going to do a prison in Tennessee in 2 weeks.
Just got some pleasure.
I know. I'm hoping to push Randy the Redneck if there's any trouble going
Right.
down.
Yeah. We get our own room.
How'd you get that gig set up?
Tom Sobel out of is notorious for finding those kinds of things.
Those kind of gigs that,
Those kind of
what
gigs.
prison is it?
You know, I don't know. He said, he hasn't sent me an itinerary yet. I think he thinks if he sends me an itinerary too soon, I'll back out.
It's like a
I'll be able
maximum
to-
security.
I'll be able to Google it.
Right.
So I really don't know. It's kind of like a surprise prison, I guess.
Great.
But this isn't the first. This isn't the first one I've done for him. I worked one earlier in the year, and it was kind of a medium security prison. But I worked with a guy named Eric Kimbrough, who's a black guy, and as we were being escorted into the gymnasium where the show was to be held, one of the prisoners, another black guy, out loud so all the other prisoners could hear, says, "Oh look, here comes Eddie Murphy."
Nice.
And the fun started from there.
Oh, man. When do you got that gig coming up then?
It's in 2 weeks.
Nice. Yeah, so you'll probably know the day of the show of where you're
Right.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
the map quest, here's the location, this
Right.
is like prison
Right.
show up to.
Yeah.
It's like Shawshank or something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That should be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
We'll be looking for headlines, prison writer-ups. Their comedy show.
It's bad enough working with a puppet, but in prison, this is going to be...
Now, do you have a website or anything you post that stuff on, or?
I do have a website. My webmaster is kind of slacked on putting the info up.
They all do.
I'll
Yeah.
try to, as soon as I know, I'll try to get that up. That's torquedup.com
Torqued up?
Torqued up.
Q?
with a Q.
Okay.
Yeah, all webmasters slack. I'm a
Oh,
webmaster,
yeah.
I don't know how to put the shit up I'm supposed to.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now.
she's had about 4 babies in a row, so
Oh, wow.
she's got an excuse.
I'm busy.
And busy.
Busy.
Talking to J. Scott Homan, he's at Tempe Improv all weekend long. 480-921-9877 for tickets. So you've actually been here before, you said, about 3 years ago?
About 3 years.
What do you think of our fair state?
I like it. I really like it in the wintertime, and I like it in the summertime when the sun goes down.
Right.
It's beautiful when the sun goes down, and I did watch a YouTube the other day before I came here. That's where I learned the word haboob.
Oh, yeah.
A boob.
Yeah, I don't want to run into a haboob.
Those are
That's not
fun.
in our Alabama vocabulary. A haboob.
They're not fun.
They
It
think
wasn't
that's an
until about
Arab-
a year ago for us, too.
Right.
Yeah, so.
They think that's an Arabic woman's breast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fairly new term for people out there, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people had to look that up. Yeah. One got one, about a month ago?
About a month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one I watched on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's
It looked like
It looked like the end of the
It
world.
looked like it was going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Coming in too hot.
No, I remember, and I was wondering, because I heard that term before, but we saw the news the next day, people were talking about it. And saw a bunch of clips on the internet about the haboob that hit. It's like, fuck, there's a big storm last night and a haboob? What is that? Yeah. What is that?
The world's coming to an end.
You must have missed the haboob amidst the big storm.
It was in that dust.
Yeah, the haboob was inside somewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see all the comics that come through town and their take on, especially when they come through in July and August, and their take on, like, what was it, Jim Brewer came to his show a couple weeks ago. You know, the audience, first thing he says, "Why do you people live here?" You know, it's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, all the comics have at least something to say to their bit when they come here.
Yeah.
You know, in the wintertime, I lived out here in the early 80s out in Glendale, and I had a good time there. You know, you kind of get acclimated, I guess, to the heat. But, yeah, coming off the airplane yesterday, I didn't have my heat legs under me yet.
What time did you get in?
I got in about 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hottest part of the day.
Immediately after I checked into the hotel, I decided to take a walk. You know, that was like the worst. I told the guy at the desk, I said, if you see me head for the front door again, stop me. Tackle me. Don't let me do that. I was coming I flew from Tennessee to Houston to here, and then getting on board the plane to come here in Houston. I was commenting on how muggy and hot it was in Houston. And this young girl told me, she said, well, it's hotter in Phoenix. She said, because Arizona is at a higher altitude and it's closer to the sun. It sounds like it should be correct.
Maybe, I guess.
No, I would think it would be blazing hot on top of Mount Everest.
I'm not going to argue with
I don't argue with that either, dude.
I don't know the science behind it, but
Yeah.
for some reason, just the opposite is true. But I thought she was joking at first. I almost laughed at her, but
Jedi
I
mind
realized
trick
she
on
was
you or
serious.
Yeah. Wow.
Talking psychology.
Talking to J. Scott Homan at the Tempe Improv all weekend, 480-921-9877 for tickets. 2 shows tonight, 2 tomorrow, 1 Sunday, the matinee. What do you call it?
Matinee.
Sunday matinee. Are you hitting like several, you got the prison show up in 2 weeks, and you're going to be hitting some other clubs around the country?
I got some, few things going on. Now it skips my mind as to where I'm going to Louisville.
Oh, a nice place.
And, you know, it kind of spotty after that. I think I got some stuff coming up in November and December. But
Some alone time.
yeah, I'm going to have some downtime in October, I guess.
Well, we'll check out the website too, assuming your webmaster updates it before.
Yeah,
the show.
of course he has another baby.
Yeah.
Jay Scott, man, thank you for the time so much, and enjoy your stay at the Improv, and send everybody your way to come see you.
Go, thanks
Thanks a lot, appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.